Hello, is anybody there? Can anybody hear me okay? Could you please let me know if you can hear me in the chat? That would be great. Thank you, Gemma, for the mic check. Appreciate that. I just want to check that we've got young Cian. Cian, are you here? Okay. Uh, we're here and loud and clear. That's brilliant. Thank you. Um, so sorry about that slight delay. Just making sure that we can see and hear everything okay. So, welcome to another Gamertech build. My name is Tal, and today we are building a PC for another very young new customer, and hopefully another new PC gamer that's going to spend the rest of their life enjoying great PC games, hopefully tinkering with their PC, learning something, maybe learning some skills, who knows. I'm really excited. Cian is our young viewer today, this is his birthday present from his mum. Ima, is that how I pronounce your name correctly? Cian and Ima they're from Ireland, I imagine, and I've always struggled with pronouncing Irish names, so I checked with Cian's mum before we came online, just to make sure. Didn't want to get that wrong. Cian isn't logged in, so he can't connect at the moment, but he's watching on his phone. Cian can comment on my page. There's just a bit of delay between devices. Okay. I see the chat is working, so I've managed to get the chat working for the first time ever, the chat on screen. So that's great. You can all see what everyone's talking about. Hopefully there'll be some discussion. Please feel free just to talk about anything you like, ask any questions. This is an interactive experience. Thank you, Andrew, for tuning in. I really appreciate that, Andrew. Thanks very much. Hope you'll enjoy it. And Ema. Okay, yeah, all right, Ema. Thank you for that. So, yes, today we're building an entry-level gaming PC. We have, there was a very slight hiccup today. I say very slight, actually, it was pretty terrible. Our delivery people, I won't name them because they're usually very good, but our usually reliable nearly said it there, usually reliable delivery people failed 2 deliveries today, so I had to go and collect one, which was basically all of the kit, and then the second one was due to arrive, which was the graphics card, and it just didn't arrive, again, like the first one. So, and unfortunately I wasn't able to go collect that one in time. So I've got just a substitute graphics card for today, and what I'm going to do, Cian, is just pop this in just to make sure at the end that everything's running okay, but obviously you'll get your graphics card in your machine and I will test it, make sure everything is okay before it gets sent out to you for delivery, hopefully on Saturday. So, with that, I think we can get started. Just a couple of things before we do though. Please take a look at our website, gamertech.org. It's ever evolving. Soon we'll have our online configurator, which will allow you to build your own PCs from something like almost 2,000 different components. So we're really excited to get that online. At the moment, it's just the website part, but we do have a number of PCs that are available to purchase. And we've had a spate of new customers this week, which is just incredible. So Ema, thank you so much, and Cian, thank you so much for your custom. It's really and truly appreciated. I think it's a big thing to put some trust in a new company and someone you don't know, because it's a lot of money to spend. I appreciate that. It really is a lot of money to spend, and it really makes me feel great that you would trust me and the rest of our small team to build your PC. So thank you truly for that. So we're going to build the PC, then we're going to do just a little bit of testing. You probably won't be here for that part, but we'll get it up to the stage where we can boot to BIOS. So that means that the computer is all running and everything is great. And at that time, we'll probably finish the stream so I can do some boring things like installing Windows and testing and things like that. So yeah, okay. I'm just going to take a little drink of water. PC building is thirsty work, and let's get started. Okay, so let's put some of these things away. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Let's talk about what we have here first. That's a good idea, isn't it? So let's start with the CPU. We have the i5-12400F CPU from Intel, which is a 6-core processor. Really, really nice. Fantastic for games. This is going to last you a very long time. So at the moment, and for the longest time, games have not used anything more than 6 cores. And I think it's still going to be a long time before they start to really use 8 cores or more. So this is a really solid chip with really high boost clocks, really great performance. And alongside that, we've got our motherboard, which is the Gigabyte B760M, the DS83H. Nice little motherboard here. Does everything we need. It's got some nice features. One that I actually had a little look at earlier, which is QFlash Plus. So that's a big plus for, no pun intended, that's a big feature for me, because what I was able to do is just take this motherboard out and just put it on my desk right here, plug a power supply into 2 sockets and just update the BIOS without plugging anything else in. So there was no CPU installed, there was no graphics card, there was no RAM, no SSD, nothing. I just gave it some power and then put a little USB stick in with the BIOS on and updated the BIOS. It's super helpful, and I'm really glad that motherboards have features like that. So for our storage, we've got the ADATA Legend 1TB SSD. Really nice little bit of kit there. Somewhere around here we've got some RAM. Yep, here we go. So we've got the T-Force Vulkan. This is a DDR5 motherboard, and we've got some pretty fast memory in here as well. So we've got 32 gigs of DDR5 5600 mega transfers, which is lightning fast. We've got our power supply, which is the System Power 10. The Be Quiet range is just super solid, super dependable, 10-year warranty, Japanese capacitors, just really, really good and reliable. 650 watts, which is plenty for what we need, and a fair amount of headroom for upgrading something if you wanted to maybe upgrade your graphics card later. We have a few fans, we've got a little fan hub, and then we've got our stand-in graphics card right here, which is my little ARC thing there as well. So that's all the products, that's all the components that we're going to be putting into the PC. And we've got a Deepcool Matrix 55 mesh PC case down there. I won't get that out yet because it's a bit big and heavy. So yeah, let's get started. Right, let's put some of this away. I won't need all of this right now. Just put it to the side. I'm definitely going to need the motherboard, and soon I will need the CPU. Let's just put some of this away. Okay, so let's put our second camera on, shall we? Both cams, here we go. Right, and I've also got a close-up cam as well for you to have a look at. And then this. I think this is good. So, let's start unboxing. So, we've got our motherboard. We've got some bits and pieces that we probably won't need to look at just yet, but that's fine. So let's just take this out and get started. We can build on top of this. So it's a good, nice little tip just to build on top of your motherboard. Let's close the box up properly. Just gives you a nice stable surface to build on. Can you guys see that okay? Yeah. That's good. All right. So, first thing we want to do is get our CPU into this socket right here. So this is the riskiest part of the build, and we want to just make sure that we eliminate this part straight away. Okay, so we do this as quickly as we can, so everything's all good, and we don't want too much of a risk by maybe having the slot open here for the socket, or having the CPU just set around. So Cian, I understand you're 12 years old, is that right? Or is it you're 12 years old and you're just about to turn 13? Let's try and get this out here without damaging anything. Okay. I was 12 years old once, a very, very long time ago. Right, so this is our CPU. Let's have a little, there you go, CPU here. I always forget to turn it the right way around. Ooh, yeah, nice little close up. Hello. There we go. So what we do is we want to open up our socket and get the CPU in there. Nice and easy. So we just, what we're looking for is there's a little triangle on the corner here, little triangle here, and then there should be a little triangle. Sorry, I've just put my head right in the way, haven't I? There's a little triangle here as well, and down the bottom left here, and we're just going to slot that in nice and easy. Sorry, I've got to learn to keep my head out of the shot. There we go. So we just drop it in. I say drop, don't drop it too hard, but drop it in nice and easy there, and then we just put it back in place. Keep hold of this, by the way, so if you ever need to send a motherboard back, make sure you put this back in so it protects the socket, because there's pins in there, and if those pins get broken or bent, your motherboard isn't going to work very well anymore. Okay, so Cian is 11. It's a combined birthday and Christmas present. Fantastic. Cian, I hope you have lots and lots of fun playing on your new computer. What games do you play? I think I remember your mum telling me that you wanted to play some Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I'm not very good at it. I play with my nephew Jack, who is, what is he now? 15, 14 years old. Oh, geez, I should know that. Sorry, Jack. He's one of those. And we play together in duos, and he just, I don't know, I just run behind him and sometimes manage to see people before he's killed them before I even see them. And we had the game where I've probably got 10 deaths and 1 kill, and he's got like 20 kills and 0 deaths. So, yeah, he's quite a lot better than I am, which is a bit annoying. Right, so let's just put that back in there. Right, next thing we're going to do is look at our SSD and our RAM. Yeah, okay, so it's Fortnite, huh? Oh, have we lost the chat already? Oh, hang on. I'm sorry, I think I can fix this. Add chat. All right. Getting good at this streaming business. I say that, I didn't have to chat on this view, but that's okay. So, Cian's into Fortnite. Yep. Are you good, Cian? Do you have a rank? Have you got some flashy outfits that you like to use? Whenever I play with my nephew Jack, he's always tricked out with a million things, and I'm just the normal, everyday, regular person. And yeah, it's a bit embarrassing for me. Right, so come on. So we've got our RAM. So what we do here is we're just putting, so we've got 4 slots, but we're only using 2. So a little tip for those out there that are thinking of building PCs, I would say that right now you should only ever use 2 sticks of RAM. The new chipsets that govern the speeds of the RAM and the CPUs, they're very advanced, they're very modern and very powerful, but they're pushing RAM quite fast, and if you put 4 sticks of RAM in, it tends to mean that you have to drop down the speeds a little bit. So this was a 5600 mega transfer set. So if we had 4 of these, we might have to bring that down to maybe 5200, and that's not ideal. You don't want to do that if you can help it. So just go with 2. So if you, like we've got here, we've got 2 sticks of 16. Get those nice clicks in there. And if you need more than that, get 2 sticks of 64, or if you just want 16, then 2 sticks of 8. Right, sounds like Cian is quite the Fortnite pro. You can get triples. Jeez. Right, okay. Yeah, you're going to be a lot better than I am, that's for sure. I think the most kills I've got in one game is maybe 2. Oh, super embarrassing. Okay, so we've got our SSD here. Now, as with some of these better SSDs, we have a little heat shield which we could put on top of it, but we've actually got a heat shield on top of built into our motherboard here. So we don't need to use that, so we can put that aside. And then, oh, need a smaller thing. And then we just undo this screw here, and oh, that's captive, that's nice. We get our SSD. Hopefully you can see this. So let me just go a bit. Let's go a bit closer on this, shall we? Overhead cam. Configure. Well, let's say there. What do you think, guys? Does that look okay? Is that a bit too far? Oh, that looks okay. 25, Cian, are you kidding me? That's amazing. Are you secretly the best Fortnite player in the world? Because I don't think I've even seen anyone get 25 in one match. Wowza. That is insane. Okay, right, so just slot our little SSD in here. Make sure we take off the peel. I watched Gamers Nexus video just the other day, and it's very a little sad to see that one of the other systems integrators out there had forgotten to take the peel off. Not good. I won't name who they are, but I was going to say if they're watching. I'm sure they're not watching. But if they are, you know who you are. Brilliant. Okay. 25. Right, so yeah, Cian is actually just a professional Fortnite player. What are you going to do when you're older, Cian? Are you going to just play Fortnite? Maybe be a streamer? Like Ninja? Or Dr. Disrespect? I like watching Dr. Disrespect, he's good fun. I went to Halloween dressed as Dr. Disrespect this year. That was a lot of fun, I enjoyed that a lot. Okay, so we've got our RAM and our SSD and our CPU into the motherboard. That's kind of the main thing that we need to do right now. So what we can do next is we can look at getting our motherboard into the case. All right, and that's when a bit of the hard work will start, where we'll need to figure out some of the wiring and things, and we've got fans and hubs that we'll need to place with lots of cabling, so it might get a little bit tricky later on, but let's see how we go. Let's just bring our motherboard, our PSU back up here, because we'll need that shortly. And one moment while I should probably do this before the stream so that you don't just hear a load of annoying noise. But let's take the case out of the box here. Okay. Sorry about this. I definitely will do that next time. All right. So here's our case. Cian says, I already have a YouTube account and I want to be famous, well-known YouTuber when I'm older. That is wicked. Oh, you know what? If you're getting 25 kills in a game in Fortnite when you're 12 years old, or no, 11? Were you 11? You're 11. I think you can do it. I think you can. Oh, got something in here. What have we got here? Just one of the little screws to hold our glass piece in there. That's interesting. Let's just see if there's anything else in here. Oh, seems to be everything. And there's another one. Sometimes when you ship things, they can just rattle a bit, and screws that weren't fully put in come out. Okay, so this is our case. Can we see that there? Nice simple case. We're going to put some fans on the front here, some RGB fans on the front, and we'll be getting a fan on the rear as well. So yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. It's got a nice mesh front. Sorry, let me show you here. Got a nice mesh front, and we've got a dust filter on the top here to keep all that dust out. Seems pretty solid. We've got the glass panel, so let's take off this glass panel here. Okay. Here's the glass panel. We'll just put that aside. We won't need that for the moment. Okay, and here is our case. So, we've got a nice little cable tied bag full of all of our bits in here. So let's see what we've got. Screws, standoffs, fan mounts, the usual. Okay, that's great. Could you give a little shout out to my little brother? It's pronounced Owen. Owen. How are you, dude? Hope you're okay. Hope you're having a nice evening. That's Cian, that's your little brother. How old is Owen? And is he as good at Fortnite as you are? Or is he better? Ooh. Shouldn't say that. Probably going to start some sibling rivalry. That's not a good idea. Okay, so let's have a look. No, now we're too far away. Now we are too far away. So I'm just going to zoom back out on this one. That there. That looks okay. All right. So probably the main thing we have to do now is just locate our motherboard standoffs that we've got inside the PC already. Now probably these are going to be set up for ATX. And we've got a mini ATX motherboard. So we're just going to have a look and see if that is the case. So what we do is we just get it up here and we can see straight away, yeah, we don't have a standoff here and here and here. So we want one, so let's see, there, and there. Okay. Now, we should have some more in this bag. Usually case manufacturers give you more standoffs. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, okay, that's great. We've got some standoffs in there. Very helpful. Just going to rip this bag open and see all of the things that we've got. Okay, there we go. Right. So we needed one here. No, here, here, and here. Yeah, let's just double check. It's always good to check. Owen is really good for just 8. His most kills is 10, but our mum has only just let him start playing. Oh, he's going to be catching you up real soon then, Cian. Real soon. You're going to have to get some practice in, dude. You don't want your little brother to overtake you. If he can get 10 kills, woo, going to be hot on your tail. Right, we've got one here, and then here and here. Okay, let's see. Great. I've just forgotten again. Never mind. So it's this one for sure. And then we need 2 more. One here. We might need one right at the top as well. Okay, I promise I'm going to get this eventually. Yeah, we'll need one at the top, so we need one here and here. Top right. That was wrong. So we go this one in here, then this one. Sorry, this bit's a bit boring. I'm just screwing in these little metal standoffs. That is a bit of a struggle to get in, that one. So sometimes what you find is they can be a bit difficult to get in. Should be okay. And do we need one more? Let's see. Don't think so. Okay, here we go. Lovely. Right, let's get those screwed in. Owen is silver 2, says Cian, and I'm gold 3, nearly platinum. Wow, that's insane. Kids are crazy these days. Oh my god. I can't even imagine being that good at 8 and 11 years old. I guess we didn't have those kind of games when I was younger though. I used to play Counter-Strike when I was younger, but that's not your age, Cian. When I was about 18 or 19, I think, I played Counter-Strike in a team. We actually went semi-professional. I'll have you know, yeah. We went to some big LAN tournaments, but we were always not quite good enough to come first in any of the tournaments in the UK though. There was one team that was always better than we were. They were called the Four Kings. And they were about twice as good as we were. And we were second best team. So yeah, that kind of, that was a bit difficult because we unfortunately never got to go to any of the big tournaments in, like they used to do some in Dallas in Texas, the CPL, the Cyber Athletes Professional League. I'm really showing my age now. You probably don't know any of these things, Cian, but yeah, this was back when esports was, you could win a whole tournament, a whole worldwide tournament, and only win about £500 or £1,000. These days, it's quite a bit different. I know that Dota 2, for instance, they have $30 million prize pools. And you've got 15-year-old kids earning millions and millions and millions from just playing Dota and streaming and all the contracts and everything. It's crazy. Cian says he also used to play a lot of Minecraft, but don't really anymore, and I'm average at Minecraft. Okay. What? This is going to be a very old person question, Cian, but what do you do in Minecraft? Like, what's the goal? Is there an end? Or do you just build things? Can you beat the game? Can you win and get to the end? Is there an end? Or yeah, I don't really know how it works. So yeah, let me just get some of these over here. I'm gonna keep moving them around. All right, so that's our motherboard into the case. What we're going to do next is install our cooler. I probably should have done that before we put it into the case, but it really doesn't matter. No, you know what? It does matter, because I was thinking, so what we were going to use is we've got the standard Intel cooler, which is this thing. So this is the standard Intel cooler, but I was thinking I had a little idea, and I have an extra cooler right here that we could maybe use. So I think I've got all the mounting brackets for it. And I only thought about this about 2 minutes before we went live. So haven't really thought about this or prepared for it in any way. So if it doesn't fit, we'll just have to you know, use the one we were planning to use. But annoyingly, I have to take the motherboard out of the case, because unlike AMD's AM5 platform, Intel still uses a system where you have to put the mounting bracket on the back of the motherboard. So yeah, And since I've only just realised or remembered that we're going to try and use to try and upgrade your cooler a bit, Cian, I'm going to have to undo this. I wish you could just press a button and it all comes back out the way it went in reverse. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay. So, oh, we left one in there. So we're just jumping back one more step. We're going to take the motherboard out, put the case back down here, do a little reverse, spin around, touch the ground, and we're back where we were 5 minutes ago. Okay, right, let's see if we can use this cooler. So this is going to be a lot better. So you can see the surface area. So all of these fins here, this is all cooling material. So what it does is it brings the heat off the CPU, off the processor there. This is the bit that gets hot. It draws the heat through these heat pipes into here, and then we'll put a fan on here, and then it blows the hot air off the cooler. As you can see, there's a big difference in size there. So I'm hoping we can use this one. Let's have a look. So this is a mounting bracket. What we should have is about 8 screws, 2 metal brackets, and this big black one. So this big black one fits on the rear. So we'll just attach that like so. It's upside down. I don't think that matters, but okay. Then we take our little standoffs here. We screw those on. Let's go back to our close-up. Okay. Can you see this okay? So all we're doing here is we've got 4 screws. They just have to be thumb tight, thumb and finger tight. Okay, right. Cian is instructing me in the ways of Minecraft. So you build and explore. There is creative and survival. In survival, the goal is to defeat the Ender Dragon, and to get to the end, you need to find a stronghold and go in the portal, and you need to defeat the dragon. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that doesn't sound too hard. Is that difficult to do? Is the dragon really, really tough? That's survival. Okay. Oh, and I guess creative then is when you just build things, right? Okay, that's pretty cool. I think some of my friends play Minecraft, but I've never played it. I know it's probably the most played game in, I think, the world. But yeah, I've never played it. But that does sound fun, actually. I like dragons. Who doesn't like dragons? Okay, so these are our 2 little brackets here. So we put these on. Just line them up with each other. Okay, and then we've got some topper screw things here. Let's put these on. Okay. Whoops. Oh, it is quite hard. Okay. I might give it a go. How long from playing Minecraft the very first time to being able to defeat the Ender Dragon, how long do you think it should take? Bear in mind, I'm not good at video games. I love playing them, but I am not good at them. I'm going to untangle my microphone wire here. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think I will try it out. Okay, so Yeah, I think we're good here. So let's get some paste on here. Let's go to close up. Let's get in a bit closer. Right, so what we're doing now is we're just going to put some thermal paste on. And lots of people do this in different ways, but you can do it however you like, really. Just don't put tons and tons on, you know. Just put a reasonable amount on. I would say in total, you want no more than a large P. So I've done about that much. That's just normal. Okay. Right, so now we'll get our cooler on. Does it need to go a particular way? I do not believe so. This looks completely symmetrical. So what we do now is just get it mounted down, and we should have these two screws that fit at the side here, and they just plug in. There we go. Got it seated in the right place. Let's get it. Let's start getting that screwed in. There we go. Okay. If you're not good, it will take some time, says Cian, but if you are, it could be quicker, but there's no exact limit. Is that limit? Okay, all right. I think I saw someone doing a speed run. I watched this video about people that, someone that cheated while doing a Minecraft speed run, which was really interesting because he had to, I guess he got lots of different videos of bits where he did that bit really well and this bit really well, and then he kind of spliced them together so it looked like he'd done it all in one go. I mean, it was quite clever the way he did it, but obviously not good to cheat. Let's just wrap this around here a little bit for the moment. We'll find a better place for this wire to go later, so that it's just not in the way. But that will just plug into the motherboard down there, and we'll do that a bit later. Okay, let's bring back the case, and let's try, oh no. Every time I zoom in, I realise I need to zoom out again. Right. Let's try that, shall we? Is that good? Yeah, I think that's a good view. Right, so we're just going to get the motherboard back into the case, and then we'll be good to start the wiring things and putting the PSU in as well. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna give Minecraft a go. Maybe Cian can give me some more tips, because clearly he's a better Fortnite player than I am, which means he's probably a better Minecraft player as well. Are there any games that you want to play that you haven't already played yet, Cian? So I understand this is your first PC, is that right? Did you have a console before, maybe an Xbox or PlayStation or something? And is that where you've been playing Fortnite on your console? I love the fact that your mum has got you a PC this is just, it's great. I think back to when I got my first PC. It was just so cool. I love it. You can do so much more with a computer than you can on a console. Don't get me wrong, I like consoles. I play on my Nintendo Switch. But there's just something a bit more interesting about PC. And maybe one day, Cian, you'll be able to build your own one like this as well. You know, it's not mega difficult. I think if you watch this video, which you're doing, and maybe watch some YouTube tutorial videos, I think you could probably build your next PC. I would say, obviously, one of the benefits of coming to someone like me and Gamertech is that we build it for you. But I would always say, if you can build it, you should try. You know, give your next one a try yourself. Now, some people they just can't do that. It's just too much for them. It's just too much stress or risk, or they just don't have enough technical know-how. And I understand that. Some people just don't have the time, so they'll just buy a computer from a company like Gamertech. And also, I think probably the most important thing is that when you buy a pre-built PC like this, you get a warranty, and the warranty is for the whole thing. It's not just for, you have one warranty for the RAM, and one warranty for the cooler, one warranty for the case. So in the industry, in the tech industry, they call that having one throat to choke, and it just means there's one phone number to call if you have an issue, and if you have an issue, you don't need to worry about where it's coming from. You don't need to troubleshoot it. We'll do that for you. We'll troubleshoot it. We'll you give us a call. We'll have a little chat. We'll say try this, try that. Might fix it, might not, but we might figure out that maybe the RAM's a problem. So we'll come and bring some new RAM and put it into your computer for you, or maybe the graphics card has become faulty. We'll bring a new graphics card and put it in for you. So I think that's the main benefit of going for a pre-built PC is the warranty and the fact that you only have one phone number that you need to call to manage the whole thing. Yeah, so Cian, I'm excited to hear what other games that you would be looking forward to playing when you've got your PC. Have you got any games in mind that you haven't been able to play yet? Maybe you've just been on a console and maybe the game is, you haven't got the game on a console, something like that. But yeah, interested to know. Let's then now have a look at the rear panel. So what we need to do now is, this is a bit difficult with this angle, but we need to open up the rear panel. It's a bit tough. Let's try with a screwdriver. There we go. And we're just going to check out what the wiring is like. Silent SS, can you build me a PC, please? Yes, of course. Absolutely, we can. Thanks for asking. Is that Silent SS? Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Yeah, get in contact. Give us a shout. Gamertech.org is our website, and you can either contact us through the Contact Us page, or you can arrange a video call so we can go over your requirements, or you can have a little chat with us on the live chat, or you can email me and the team at support@gamertech.org. But yes, we would be absolutely thrilled to build you a PC, sir. Or ma'am. Okay. What have we got next? So let's have a little look at all these wires. So what we've got, so these are the front panel wires. These are all the wires that come from, can you see this? From the buttons that we have at the front here. So our power button, there'll be some USB, there'll be some, what else? Oh yeah, audio. So we've got USB, 1, 2, 3 USBs and some audio and a power switch and a reset switch. So that means that we can just have a quick look at these and just check. So this is for our audio. We've got these small cables here for our switches. We've got USB 2 and USB 3. Okay, so that's nice and easy. So what we need to do is just put these through to where we think that we're going to need them. That's going to be the first thing. Sorry about all of the noise there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put these through here, and I reckon that should be the right place for our front panel connectors. Well, bottom left, what we do? Okay, bottom left we want our audio. So we'll put that one in here as well. Silent SS, or Silence. How do I say your name? Is it Silence? Let's just say Silent. It asks, what's the cheapest PC I can get? So, well, I think the very cheapest PC we have is about £400. And everything is brand new. We don't use any second-hand parts. But that would be not really an appropriate gaming PC because it doesn't have a graphics card. So it's more of a home workstation for, you know, emails and internet browsing. I would say that where the budget you should look at to get a PC that's going to play today's games but also play tomorrow's games, you probably want to look at about £600 at the very minimum, but maybe about £800 give or take. So about £600 or £800 I think should be roughly what your starting budget is for maybe if it's your first PC. The best value bracket where you get a lot of good value for money in terms of how fast your PC is for how much you're spending is about £1,200. That's kind of the sweet spot where you get a really, you know, the amount of performance per pound that you're spending. Right, so now I think these two will want to go in here. So let's just turn this over, have a little look, and see what we can see. Let's go back to close-up. Okay. All right. So I wasn't quite right on the audio cable, so let's pop this one back out and put it into this one. So audio goes down at the bottom left here. Hopefully you can see this okay. Just plugs into the header, nice and easy. Then we've got our USB, which we are going to plug in. Where are you, USB? Where are you? USB. Okay, that wants to go into a different one as well. So I did a terrible job of putting those in the right place, but never mind. Okay, we've got two ports here for USB. We're only going to need one, and then we've got a USB 3, and then we've got a front panel header. So we've got our power switch, reset switch, and power LEDs. So for this point, I'm going to have to really just, unfortunately, stick my head in there and have a real good look at where these go, because they're really, really small. So I'm going to turn off the top thing, because otherwise you'll just get my head, just a big picture of my head, and I don't think anyone wants to see that. So, right, so first we want to do, so we've got power LEDs at the top left. So you need to be careful with these. You need to make sure that they're in the right place, because you've got pluses and minuses, which are obviously positives and negatives, I mean, is what I meant to say. So reset switch and power switch. So we put that reset switch in there, and then we've got the power switch. Okay, that actually was not too bad. All we got to do now is our USB 3. So I'm just gonna, I think we want to put it in this slightly different one here. Yeah, okay, this is good. There we go, nice and easy. Right, next thing is to get our power supply in, and the power supply goes just here, and then we'll route our power cables. Those are for, yeah. Hope everyone's following along okay. Cian, I hope you're enjoying this. This is your PC. I can't wait for you to get it. Please send me a message when you've got it and let me know that everything is okay. If it's not, we'll come and have a look and make sure that everything works great for you. But I can guarantee you that won't be the case, because I will do lots of testing and everything to make sure that you have a very reliable PC. The idea is I use a tool which does a stress test on the PC in a very short amount of time. So in a few hours, it will simulate years of use, you know. So the idea being that once it's been through those 3 hours, we'll be very confident that it's not going to break, and that everything will work for years to come. So who else have we got watching today? I think we've got 8 people. Am I right in saying that? Have we got 8 people watching? Can we get some highs in the chat from everyone? Let's see who we've got today. That'd be really nice. Okay, so this is our power supply, and what we're going to do is just get this tucked in there. I'm probably going to just do a different angle for this in a second, because it's going to be a bit awkward. Saying that, I think I want to come in a different way for this cable here. That's getting in the way of the motherboard, sorry, of the power supply. So good thing is we can just move things around as we need them. Okay. Oh, we've got Paige in the chat. Mwah! Paige is my beautiful, beautiful niece, and I'm so happy that you're watching. I love you, Paige. Right, I'll stop embarrassing you now, I promise. So, thanks, Paige, for watching. Hope you're enjoying it. Maybe one day you'll be able to build your own PC with your Uncle Tile like Jack did. And we've got Georgia. Hello, Georgia. Thank you for coming and watching. Georgia says, the building spiral has brought me here, and it's so useful to see the building in real time. That's great. I hope you get some good hints and tips about how to do this. If you do decide that you're not going to build the PC by yourself, please get in touch. We have our whole thing at Gamertech is affordable gaming. So I'm confident. So this PC that's going to go to young Cian, I reckon it's about a good 100, if not £150 cheaper than anywhere else you'd be able to find it from one of the bigger system integrators like your Chill Blasts and PC Specialists, because we are not looking to profiteer from this. We are not looking to become millionaires, but what we are looking to do is put as many PCs in the hands of gamers as possible. That is our goal. Hold on a minute while I'm just trying to sort this out. Oh, I don't have the... Oh, there's a manual. I just spotted in there. That's can't seem to get the holes to line up on this. Strange. Oh no, it just needs a bit of coaxing. That's okay. So, yeah, I know you can't see much here at the moment. I'm sorry about that. Do we have an angle for this? Maybe. So what I'm doing is just trying to coax this power supply into place so I can get these screws in. It's not particularly interesting. But thank you everyone for joining and watching. Yeah, Georgia, I hope you get some tips. Whoops. Check out our website at gamertech.org. We've got lots of options. And I think we are almost certainly the home of the most affordable gaming PCs in the UK. I'll be glad to be tested on that. If you want to show me a PC you think you can get cheaper, I don't think you can, but I'll happily have a conversation with anyone about it. But that's our thing, affordable gaming. And I feel really, really happy that the last couple of customers, and in fact we've got another customer that we're doing a build for probably in a few more days, is another parent, a dad this time, buying his son a new PC to play games on, which is just amazing. You parents out there, you're awesome. Some parents would say games are bad, don't play games, you know. That's not cool. I mean, I've seen lots of people, you know, say things like that, and I don't agree with it at all. Games are brilliant because they get your mind working, they get your hands moving, your hand-eye coordination, your problem solving, your reflexes, your reactions, your solutions. No, that's not what I'm trying to say there. You know, forming solutions to puzzles and things. Gaming is great. It's so cool. One of my favourite things about gaming is that I know that some medical institutes use games for their surgeons who, you know, have to do surgery, really small, complex, tiny movements. And these surgeons, they play games so that they can keep their hands dexterous and nimble, which is awesome. So there are many reasons why you should play games, and not only because they are super fun and awesome. Right, let's figure out where the rest of these cables go. So the first one we're going to look at, and by the way, I'm just going to do it as rough at the moment so that we've got the cables through so that we can get everything up and running. Cian, by the time you get this delivered, all the cables will be really nice and all put together really really nicely. So don't worry about that. If it looks a bit messy now, it definitely won't be messy when you get it. So who else have we got hiding in the chat there? Paige and Georgia, thanks for saying hi. Silent, thanks for saying hi. Andrew, are you still here? Jem, are you still here? Right. So what we need to do now, so we've got our graphics card, power, so we'll put that through here. We have a number of things that we won't need for the moment. So these are our Molex and our SATA power, but what we're looking for is CPU. There it is, I can see it. Right. CPU and CPU. Okay. So what we do now is we just bring this through at the top here, and oh, I realise this is a very poor angle, isn't it? Let's just try getting this. So what we're trying to do now is we're just bringing through the power cable, and I've made, well, I mean, it's not going to be that difficult, but sometimes it can be a bit difficult to snap these in place when you've got the cooler in, especially when you've got big fat hands like me. This is where we need you to do this, Cian. You probably have smaller hands than I do, and you could reach in here and you could plug this in. I'd love to have a little helper. I tell you what, that would be great. I built one of my PCs with my little nephew Jack, and that's Jack's PC now, and he helped me build. Well, I say he helped me build it. You know what? He built it all by himself. I kind of showed him a little bit of what to do and where to put things, but he built it by himself. His first ever time, and I was so proud of him. He did really well. Right, so let's plug in the big 24 pin adapter that we've got for our motherboard. Here we go. That just plugs right in, and we just want to make sure that it's clicked in place. Yes, okay, that's clicked in place. We've then got our CPU. We'll check that those are clicked in place, and we are good. All right. Now, we'll, oh dear. No, 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 there we go. All right. So this is our power cable. We'll need this. We'll need one more VGA cable to come through here, which is for our graphics card. I'll just tidy these cables up a little bit. It looks really untidy now, but don't worry about that. As I said, that'll be tidied when you receive it. We spend lots of time making sure that all of the cables are tidy, but for the moment, I'm just going to shove them right in there. So they're out of the way. Okay. Georgia asks, can I ask what build this is from your website? Yes, I think this is the, I have to remember now, I think it's the budget entry build. So if you're on the main page and you go to up at the top, you've got the menu, go to shop PCs, and then scroll down a bit, and you've got all of the different types of PCs. So PCs for AAA gaming, PCs for content creation, PCs for budget users. So this is where you find all of our best priced PCs, and I think this was the budget entry. It might have been the budget core. Let me check. 1 second. Ema might know that. She probably remembers, and I should probably remember too, but let me just check. Right, so this, I think you could say, it's not exactly the budget core or the budget pro. So 1 second, Georgia, and I will answer your question. So it's essentially the budget pro, but with a couple of changes. In fact, it is mostly the budget pro, but with a couple of changes. Let me just look. So yeah, budget pro. We've got, that's the, yep. It's basically the budget pro. That's the one. So the only difference between the budget pro and the budget core is really the RAM. So I would say that's a very worthwhile upgrade at the moment. Or well, I say at the moment from now. 16 gigs for a while has been like really fine for gaming, but I think now 32 gigs is really what you need to have to play, especially if you're playing more modern games. So yeah, the Budget Pro, Georgia, is apart from a couple of changes, is what we've got here. But yeah, that's I think I think the Budget Pro is one of our best PCs. It's really well priced. It's got a lot of bang for buck. It's got 6 cores. It's got a great graphics card. It's got 32 gigs of RAM, and it's just over £800. You know, so it's really well priced. As I said, I don't think you can find better value from one of the bigger providers, but you know, I'll be prepared to eat my words, and you know, if we can, you know, if you find something cheaper, which I don't think you will, we can talk about doing something for you. Right, so we're basically done here now. So this is what we've got. We're basically ready to go. So I think we can turn this on and just do a little test post, and then we'll be done. Right. Okay. Let's get the power supply, the power cable in here. Oh, I've got one already routed in. Well, I say we're going to be done. We've just got to put the fans in. That's all we've got to do. But I'm just going to do this test boot now, just to make sure that everything is okay. So I'm just going to switch over, I think, I need to switch over to HDMI on the... Okay. So we're just doing a little test boot. We've got no fans in the system at the moment, but that's fine. I'm just going to switch over to so what I'm doing now is just waiting for the PC to boot into its BIOS. Hi Tio, thanks for joining. I really appreciate you joining us. So the CPU is the Intel 12400F, and the graphics card is the Radeon RX 7600. But that didn't show up today in our delivery, so we're just doing a little substitute for a different graphics card at the moment. So okay, I think we're good. So we're just going to put those fans in. What I'll do as well is I'll just quickly do a little link to this build. One moment. Gaming Budget Pro. So it's essentially this one. TO, but just with a couple of differences. All right. Thank you for asking. Tio, what PC do you have? Do you have a PC? Are you looking to buy one? Right. Let's get looking at these fans. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Oh, let's take this off. Let's do a close up here. Oh, yeah, that's good. So we've got room for 2 fans here and then one at the rear. That's great. We've got 3 fans that we've added to this build. So we're going to put 2 here and 1 at the back. And then I'm just going to grab a fan off the shelf for the cooler. So let's get these in. We've got a nice little fan hub thing that we're going to use for the RGB, because with most motherboards they only have 1 or 2 RGB headers for RGB lights. So when you've got more than 2, maybe 3, you need to have a little fan header in the back. Some of the new cases, some of the newer and more expensive cases have those built in already, which is really nice. This one doesn't. That's why we've got the little extra one right here. Okay, let's get these fans in, shall we? Right, what we're going to do, how does this front come off? Let's see. Keep moving that, so let's just get rid of it. So, yeah, maybe we won't need to take the front off actually. Yeah. Oh, can't really see much that way. How's that? Okay. Right, so let's get these fans in. Whoops. Oh, we will need to take this front off, won't we? Just trying to figure out, does it just pull off? I think it, yeah, okay, right, I just wasn't pulling hard enough. That's good. Sometimes you pull on something and you just think, oh God, am I going to break it? But no, it's all good. So what we can do now is we can now get to where we're going to screw our fans in. Fans pretty much all have one way that you want to put them into your build, as in the direction of the build, and that is the direction in which the airflow goes. So we should have, hopefully on here, maybe, does it show us some sort of arrow? Not all of them do. But yeah, if there's no arrow, you can kind of safely assume that the front, so it doesn't have all the writing on that you don't really want to look at, the front, the nice looking bit, is the way that the air goes. So front, air goes this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the air in from the front here. This is all the wrong way around, isn't it? We're going to pull the air in from this side, and then the fan on the CPU cooler is going to pull the air through even further and through the tower here, and then we've got a rear exhaust fan up here that's just going to pull the air right the way out the back. And that's so we're bringing in cold air and then we're moving hot air out the back. Okay. So let's think. We need to have a little think when we do wiring for our fans. Before you just chuck it all in, you need to have a good understanding of where everything's going to go. Now we're going to have so the fan's going to go here. We're going to have we're going to need to put this into our header for power, our PWM header or fan header, but then also to the back where we're going to have our little RGB Jubilee watts. Let's get a bit more water. Stay hydrated, very important. Okay, so so I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of centralize them at the moment, and then we should be able to run our fans. I think if we put these around the back here, we run those through this rear hole, we'll then be able to bring them back round to the front. Yeah, that's my plan. Now, this kind of thing, when you get to installing all of your cables for your fans and everything, I can tell you now, it doesn't always go to plan. And I can tell you for sure that, you know, it might not even go to plan right now. You never really know, to be honest. So, best thing you can do is just give it a go. Do your best. Have a pretty okay plan to start, and hope that you don't get it too wrong, and then you have to pull everything back out again and repeat everything, which isn't ideal, but at the end of the day it's not the worst thing in the world either. Just takes a few more minutes when you're doing this kind of thing if you have to redo anything, you know. So that's why it's always good to have a little bit of a plan before you head into things. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to just bring the PWMs down to the bottom, and we can daisy chain these, which is good. And then our RGB is just going to go right to the rear of the case where we're going to stick our little RGB control board on the back, so that does everything for us, and we don't need to worry about not having enough headers on the motherboard, which is quite a common thing, especially if you're doing a PC that has 6, 9, 10 fans. I mean, this is my rig here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fans, and I can tell you now, I mean, I've built 100 PCs in my lifetime, and I can tell you now that building a PC with 10 fans is just a pain. It's an absolute pain in the butt. But like I said earlier, thankfully, newer, more modern, and slightly more expensive cases do come with your little fan control boards on the back, and typically they have enough headers to run the amount of fans that your particular case needs. It's not always the case, so you have to be a bit wary about that. One of the great things about buying through someone like us at Gamertech is that we take all that into account. You know, we know how many headers the motherboard has, and we know how many fans the case will fit. And when our configurator, our PC configurator, launches very soon, some of you might be saying, "You've been saying very soon for a long time." Yep, I know. It's really complex. It's really complex. It's just taking us a bit longer. Well, say us, the company that's doing our website development. It's taken them a bit longer than we thought. So the website's been going for a while now. It's really great. There's a lot on there that's fantastic. Needs a bit of work, but the configurator, which will allow you to build a PC, a completely bespoke PC, from as many as almost 2,000 components. So every single CPU, every single GPU, you know, almost all of the SSDs that are on the market, all of the RAM kits, but you know, 128 gigs of RAM in your PC if you want. You can do pretty much whatever you want, which I'm really looking forward to. It's going to add a lot of capability to what we can do as a company. But as someone I spoke to today, a very nice gentleman called Tim, who purchased a PC with us today and will be building his PC probably in a few days. His is also for his little boy Felix, which is great. It's so cool to see parents getting their kids PCs. He said, he made a very good point to me, which is some of the websites are just too complicated, and I don't know how to pick You know, I don't know how to use the configurator. I just wanted somebody to talk to, and that's what he did. He just sent an email, and I replied to the email, and we had a chat, and then we had a talk on the phone, and then he bought a PC. And you know, sometimes that's what you need. And some of these other companies out there, especially some of the bigger ones, I think either don't understand that, or just, I guess, too big now to really have that kind of personal level of service, which is a shame. It's not a shame for us, because we can do that. But yeah, he made a very good point, because I'm so excited about getting our configurator online. But he made a very good point, which is don't lose the personal touch, and he's absolutely right. So if any of you watching, if you're ever thinking of buying a PC from us, just get in touch by phone. There's a phone number on the contact us. You can give me a call. You can send me an email. You can do a live chat. You can arrange a video conference. Yeah, there's so many ways to get in touch. Okay, right, that's our fans in place. So now, oh, we're going to just put the fan on the back as well. Where did that one go? Right, let's get rid of some of this. I'm definitely cluttering up my build table here, so give me one moment while I just lose some of this stuff. Sometimes I have a lovely assistant with me who I can throw things at, and she clears it up, which, to be honest, is kind of what happens in real life, you know, when I'm not building PCs as well. Sorry about that, Jem. She's a lot tidier than I am, and I think it's, of the many things that me and my girlfriend Jem differ on, tidiness is definitely one of them. Okay, right, let's get this last fan in place now. Oh, there's our cables. So this is a question to anyone that's watching now. So Tio, Georgia, Silent, if anyone, any of our new watchers are still watching, what do you do with? Do you have a PC? Are you looking? Are you thinking about getting a PC? What games do you play? What do you enjoy doing in your spare time? Talk to us. Let's have a little chat. Keeps me occupied. I can build a PC probably with my eyes closed. Or actually, I used to say that. I probably could when they were, maybe a few years ago, when they were a lot simpler, but lots of small moving bits now. Maybe I couldn't do it with my eyes closed. But yeah, to anyone that's watching, what games are you playing? What do you use your computers for? What are you looking to get a computer for, to use it for? Maybe it's for work, maybe it's for playing games. Yeah, let's have a little chat. It'd be nice to see some people talking to us in the chat here. Cian, are you still watching? I hope you are. We're almost there. I did the test boot earlier and everything is fine, but now I'm just putting all the fans in. It looks a lot more messy now, but we're going to tidy up these wires. Let's just put this front thing back on here. Right, so now should we go up a bit? There you go. Now you don't have to look at me. Right, so now we just want to sort all our wires out, we're going to install our little RGB hub on the rear, and then we're just going to make sure that we've got the wires just in roughly a good place. So it's going to be a bit hard to see this on the stream here, on the cam. I'm sorry about that, but I just need to do a little bit here first. Just make sure I've got everything in the right place. Of course, I just want to test that they're all working okay. Okay, Georgia, thanks so much. She says, I've got a gaming laptop for when I started gaming in uni, but it's getting a little slow and behind the times, so I'm saving for a full build. Excellent. What games do you play, Georgia? Or what games are you interested in playing? And what are you studying at? Oh, you started gaming in uni. I guess you're finished in uni now. What did you study? Anything interesting? Right, so I'm just gonna plug these in just so we can test that everything is working okay. I just want to test that the fans are working. Fiddly little things sometimes. Okay, so just struggling to get our... We're just going to plug these into the Molex power for the time being, just so that we can test the fans. So Molex can be a bit of a pain, but it's just an easy way to check that the fans are all working okay. Okay, there's one. Okay. Georgia says, oh, on the current Baldur's Gate 3 storm, which made me realise I need to update as the graphics are pushing my laptop fans to lift off. Yeah. Yep. I guess Baldur's Gate isn't probably the most graphically intensive game out there, but it is actually quite demanding in terms of raw CPU power, actually. So I would suggest that for... Oh, what am I doing with these cables here? Hold on a second. I would suggest that for Baldur's Gate 3, you need essentially, you don't need too many cores, but you will need a high clock speed on those cores. So probably probably something like this, the 6-core 12400. If you're going to push the boat out, oh god, if you're going to push the boat out and go for something really juicy, you could go for the AMD's 7800X3D, which has the 3D gaming cache, which will run games at ludicrous speeds, and you'll never want for more processing power than you'll have in with that CPU. But that is quite an expensive one, so it's not usually what everyone's looking at. But yeah, something like this CPU that we've got, the 12400, is I wouldn't go for the i3, which is the 12100, because you got lower clock speeds on that. But anything from the 12400 or on the AMD side, the 7600X would be really decent. And you don't need a massive graphics card. Probably only need something similar to this, RX 7600, or maybe a 4060, maybe a 4070 if you want to run some bigger games, you know, some AAA games as well as Baldur's Gate. But yeah, that one doesn't need tons of power, but yeah, a laptop's not ideal, I guess, for those kind of games. Right. So let's just get our graphics card in. So I'm just going to remove the plate here to get the graphics card in. That should just pop out there. There we go. Okay, and then I want this cable to move out the way a little bit. In fact, we're going to bring this back around here for the moment, just so that it's not in the way. Georgia says, also I'm studying veterinary, so my laptop is getting old despite me still studying. Oh, Georgia, that's great. You know what, my girlfriend, Jem, is a vet nurse, and quite a good one by the sounds of it. Right, let's get this in. I think what I'm going to do is just pop out another couple of these. Probably just need, I think it's 2, is it 2 slot card? Might be 2.5, but okay. This is strange. What do we have to do here? There's some interesting jiggery pokery going on. Give me 1 second. I think I just need to. Yeah, Georgia. Yeah, yeah. Jem. So Jem is a lady of many talents. I'm very lucky to have her. She's a vet nurse. She also has her own dog walking business, and now she is also doing the finances for Gamertech. So, very talented lady indeed. One moment while I just grab a thumb screw. Okay. Right. So we are going to just plug in a couple more bits now. Just some stuff. I've done a little thing here where I need to run this cable the other way. That's quite annoying, but that's fine. I'll just do that later. So we're pretty much ready to turn on now. So let's get some power into the graphics card. Okay. Always a bit fiddly, these things, but you get the hang of it. Oh, okay, no, it's still a bit fiddly, even for me. Right, there's one, and there's the other. Okay, So fans aren't going to light up right this moment because I haven't plugged them into the hub, but I'm just going to do another test boot, make sure all the fans are just turning properly. So let's have a look. Where's that power switch? Here? All right, okay. Fans are turning. Great news. And we've got power going to the GPU. So I'll just switch over on our monitor just to see if we have if we boot okay. Oh, we need where's that HDMI gone? There it is. Right. Okay. So I'll just power this down. All I need to do now is just plug in the again, all these wires on the back, they will be much more tidy. All I need to do now is just attach this somewhere on the back and plug in all of the I know what I mean, the RGB cables. So let's use a central location. I think probably just about here will be fine. I've got the one on the, yep, that'll be fine. So let's just get it stuck on there. Okay, we need to plug in some power for this thing as it uses SATA power. So that goes in like so. And then we have one cable that takes all of the signals from the board, this little board we've got here, to the motherboard. So we'll plug this one in here. And then we're just going to find where the best RGB, digital RGB header is. It's probably down here. Yeah, okay, it's right there. So that goes in here. Now you always have to make sure you plug the right one in here. There's 3 pins and then there's a 4-pin one. You don't want to plug the wrong ones in because you'll get a short. And you don't want that. How are we looking? Hope everybody's having fun. I certainly am. We're almost there now. I'm just going to plug in these RGB cables and then we're pretty much there. Nice and easy. When you've built hundreds of PCs, this kind of thing is pretty simple. I do think anyone can learn this, but there are some pitfalls, and to those who want to build their own one, their own PC, that's great, just awesome. I'm so happy for you, and I hope you have a wonderful time, because building PCs is just brilliant. But I guess not everybody is capable of doing that, and that's why services and companies like ours exist. Right, that's from the top one. We're looking for one more cable. Where's that thing gone? Here we go. Okay. Plug one more in. That should be us done. Right. Let's try again. And hopefully we'll have some RGB power now. Yay! Okay. Oh. Hello. Can you guys see me? Hear me? Oh no.